Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading. Today we are, the topic prompt I have today is the question: Am I acting in alignment with what I want? All right, so we're going to focus on finding alignment within oneself today. All right, I will be using the fortune teller oracle cards, and I also have here the jelly bean lenormand as well. As always, timestamps will be in the description box, as is all my other info, all that sort of fun stuff. So definitely check out that if you're after a personal reading. All my links and whatnot to contact me are there. All right, starting off with Aries today, moving our way on through. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you all so much. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know if there's a specific, topic prompt that you would like me to incorporate into a reading as well. I love taking those into consideration. Okay, so starting off today with our Aries. Pardon. Okay, Aries. Aries, finding alignment. Aries. Finding alignment. Topic of finding alignment for our Aries. Acting in alignment with oneself for Aries, please. Okay. We have the guardian angel spirit energy coming through there. It does say a guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. All right. So there is this energy of paying attention to, the feelings of protection and, any things that you're feeling where, oh, that was so lucky that happened instead of, the worst case scenario and those sorts of things. It's this guardian kind of energy around you. So make sure you sort of pay attention to that feeling of protection around you. And, for some of you, you may be able to even, communicate with that presence and ask for more protection, ask for specific protections and all those sorts of things to help align you better with oneself, to align you better with the universe. Is seems to be coming into alignment with, the protective forces around you, Aries. Okay, Aries, finding alignment for our Aries. On the topic of finding alignment for Aries, we see protection coming out first. Interesting. So we do have the bear coming through first, which is a very protective energy. All right. So for a lot of you, I feel like I'm picking up here that for a lot of you, this protective energy around you, this guardian angel or whatever, for some of you, this is somebody that you actually knew in their life as well. It's like a family member who has passed or something along those lines. Not for all of you, but for quite a lot of you, it was kind of this mama bear or papa bear kind of energy coming through a little bit there as well. But, so I feel like those of you where that is the case, you kind of know that. For some of you, you have been asking for that presence there, and it is there. It's just feel their presence, that for some reason that they have been around you, and you're just sort of not paying attention to the signs and symbols of that person around you. For a lot of you, bear affiliations, so like teddy bears. I'm getting Winnie the Pooh coming through. I'm getting Paddington Bear as well, actually. But anything bear related, polar bears, something for someone here too. I'm seeing like specifically polar bear toys or bear toys seeming to be significant, like teddy bears. But it's just this protective energy around you, Aries, paying attention to that. And when you're, being drawn to images of bears or, hearing things about bears, I'm getting, random facts about bears coming through some of you here as well. And like honey, for some reason, I'm, Winnie the Pooh with the honey. Honey is somehow coming like it's like that. Is a brand of honey with a bear shaped container. I'm seeing that coming through. Might be significant for some of you. I feel like that will be significant. Like your eyes will get drawn to that or something along those lines. It's kind of just this protective energy around you, nurturing you in your growth, in nurturing you coming into alignment and balance with yourself here, Aries. It's about healthy boundaries as well, trying to nurture you into being able to put healthy boundaries up around yourself, because that will sort of open up their doors for you. We have the key coming through next. So it's like this protective spirit is kind of trying to guide you to the opportunities that you should take. So, if you're presented with multiple choices, especially here with the crossroad as well, you're having to make specific decision about, which opportunity I'm going to take here. The bear is the answer. All right. So, if you presented with two options, a decision whether I go, left or right, and then left is, just a random street, and then right happens to be a street with bear in the name, or there's a bear reference, or there's a little mailbox with a picture of a bear or something along those lines. That right is the decision for you. It's really helping you, this energy around you, trying to protect you from making the wrong decisions and protect you into, pushing you towards the right decisions. So, there is definitely opportunities coming up, but it's kind of opportunities that are going to lead you to a choice of which direction your life is going to go from here. For some of you, I am picking up, it's got to do with those boundaries, but it's also for some of you, it's got to do with, choosing whether I'm going to continue to be in a negative or a positive mindset. For some of you, that's the decision, is choosing whether I'm going to continue this path of, negative mindset, or if I'm going to choose to find a positive mindset for myself here, to make the most of opportunities as they're offered to me. So that's coming through as well. But that's what we have for you today, Aries. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We will move on over to our Taurus. Taurus, finding alignment within oneself for our Taurus. How can we help Taurus find alignment within themselves? A hidden truth will soon be revealed. Be open to it. Okay. A hidden truth will soon be revealed. Be open to it, Taurus. Let's see a little bit more here. Finding alignment for Taurus, please. Finding alignment for Taurus. It's got something to do about, it's not necessarily money, but it's the more materialistic side of things. We see the fish coming through here. So there is some sort of truth that you're going to be facing in regards to materialism and the way that you approach materialism, the way that you're approaching kind of like reality. Because when I see the fish here, it is the card of abundance and wealth and finances. But it's also a very grounded in reality energy, rather than, a spiritual energy. So it's a very materialism, reality-based energy here. It's kind of this energy of like, I'm getting the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses, the grass is always greener, those sorts of things are coming through here. It's kind of like the way that you approach money and the way that it's kind of like even just the way that you perceive abundance in your life, and you're perceiving abundance in a very, material way. And there's just something about the truth that's revealed to you here is something about the way that it's kind of, because it's this weird message of the way that you approach money right here, right now, and what you're doing with money and the way that you invest, you know, in the future, I suppose, because we do see the lily coming through there as well. So there is definitely something here about, you know, long term, and like focusing on, you know, your retirement plans and that sort of stuff. So, you know, putting money away for a rainy day, or, you know, investing in the future, investing in your retirement, those sorts of things. And it's something about, you know, obviously because there's this hidden truth that is going to be revealed to you that you're needing to be open to. So I feel like for some of you, it's got something to do with changing your perspective in some kind of ways, or understanding that the way that you have currently been doing things is not the best for you long term, and so making the changes necessary to suit you long term. And it may just be within you yourself and the way that you know, see abundance, and the way that you know, prioritize abundance in your life. We do also have the child there as well. So, you know, I do feel as though there is a little bit of naivety here about, you know, it's fine, I'll just worry about, you know, here and now, and there's no forethought, you know. So I feel like that's the big change that's going to be coming here from this Taurus, is that, you know, in order to get in alignment with yourself, you're having to get in alignment with future versions of yourself, and, you know, make some new beginnings, you know, start things fresh in a few ways, especially financially. All right. And you know, try to see, you know, fresh new perspectives. And, you know, it is very playful, very adventurous kind of energy here as well, but it's playful and adventure long term. You know, it's thinking about, I want the adventure to last a lifetime, rather than I just want the here and the now. All right. So there's a truth that will come out very, very soon that will sort of give you a little bit more of an understanding of what that's all about. But, you know, that's what we're seeing for your alignment there, Taurus. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. We will move on over to our Geminis. Okay. All right, Gemini, finding alignment for our Geminis. Wow, those cards are really loud shuffling, aren't they? Sorry about that. Gemini, quite loud, this deck. I don't normally notice the sound of the decks, but this one's quite loud. Gemini, finding alignment for our Geminis. A new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. All right, so, you know, quite often when things are, especially new chapters are beginning, it's like, because I'm picking up here for some of you that, you know, along with new chapters, sometimes we see, you know, new characters being added to the story. We see characters being removed from the story. We see, you know, maybe what's the foreshadowing of things that are going to happen in the future, in the next chapter. So those sorts of things. You know, it's just beginning right now. It's time to embrace the change, but change can be very scary. So I do feel for a lot of you, there is like a significant change going on in your life right now, but it's actually paving the way. It's kind of like this, it's foreshadowing is not the right analogy of what I'm trying to get across here, but it's like, you know, it's paving the way for bigger and better things. Basically, it's a little bit scary losing things and having things change so drastically, because I do feel for a lot of you, Gemini, there is a bit of a drastic kind of change happening in your life right now, and it may, you know, let's have a look and see if it wants to tell us what's going on. But finding alignment for our Geminis, it's all about, you know, instead of embracing the fear of change, embracing the change itself, and embracing, you know, all the possibility that could bring, and all the space that allows for other things to come into your life. So we see your card coming through first, Gemini, the fish, which is also the card of abundance, wealth, finances. All right, but it's coming through with the child here. So we're definitely seeing the new chapter. The child is always a kind of new beginning, a brand new adventure that we're embarking on. But, I feel like a lot of the fear is coming from the financial side of things, and the, feeling very stuck in reality, feeling very stuck on, because I'm kind of seeing like a child on one of those rides that's going, spinning around, spinning around, spinning around, spinning. Maybe it's just because I've been watching Stranger Things and it's got one of those playground spinning things. I don't know what they're called, but that's what I'm seeing, is that spinny thing out of Stranger Things that the little girl is on. But we're also seeing the anchor there as well. So there is this energy of feeling like you're being held back from these new chapters, and feeling stuck where you are right now. But it's because, I just feel like you're in a bit of a bind. Like there's just something coming through here about being in a little bit of a bind and feeling as though you're sort of stuck going around in circles, because you're waiting for things to get better, and you're waiting for this new adventure to sort of take off. But this anchor is kind of holding you in place right now, and that anchor seems to be the money side of things. The only thing stopping you right now is the money kind of thing. But the child also lets us know that the more that you embrace the changes that can come, the more that you see that the anchor is not holding you in place. It's actually, well, the money is being held in place, yes, but I can rely on that. And I know that, I know how to deal with that, because the anchor quite often talks about things like being able to survive the storm. So if you're feeling like things are a little bit stuck, it's not that it's stuck, it's that it's this reliable, stable kind of energy to help you embrace the storm of change more than anything. That, I've gotten through worse before. I know I can get through this as well. And then, when you actually start to embrace, well, even this is actually going to give me the opportunity to, because it's kind of like the calm before the storm a little bit, that this steadiness, this stuck kind of feeling that you're having is actually the beginning of the new chapter. And, things are going to take off. Things are going to change very quickly. And this new beginning is, it's like in its infancy right now. And, you've just got to get through the child stage, right, before that actually matures. We all know the life cycle. Child comes first, and you've got to get through, you've got to get through school, and then you've got to get through high school, and then you've got to get through, university or college or whatever, and then you've got to get through finding a job and in the real world and all that sort of stuff. And at certain times of our life, we might feel stuck just finalizing those details. So that's kind of what feels like. It's just you're finalizing this last stage of your life right before everything changes completely. So, the kind of the difference between, being at school and then all of a sudden being thrown out into the real world. You're feeling, I'm stuck here at school. But then when, 5 years from now, you look back at that and you're like, oh, that was such a cruisy time of my life, and I wasn't stuck at all. I should have enjoyed it more. That kind of thing is kind of what's coming through. That embrace the change that is coming. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, it's embracing the fact that we are in the calm before things do start to go a bit crazy for you. That child's about to, really start new adventures here, and there is a fresh new beginning here, and it's, it's very naive to focus on the feelings of stuck energy when that's actually steady, reliable. I can rely on what's happening each day, because, a month from now you might not be able to. You might be sort of being like thrown around on the waves going, oh, now what? And very unsort of steady. So, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, just embrace the moment, because of, especially if it is a little bit calm surface right now, because, that new chapter is going to, have a lot of plot twists, Gemini. I feel like It's going to come on strong in a few weeks for you, Gemini, with the changes happening. Some big stuff happening in your life coming up soon. Interesting. Stay updated on that. I'll be checking into that in the future there. All right, but make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Definitely feel free to check out your other placements as well. And we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, finding alignment. Cancer, how can we help Cancer find alignment within themselves? A forgotten dream will resurface. Pursue it. This is like a hobby or a skill or, something that you hoped for in the past, Cancer. A forgotten dream. But there's at least one of you here where this is an actual dream that you had. Like you had, and it might have to do with like a hobby or a skill as well, because it's like you had a dream, like years ago you had a dream that you were knitting, for example, here. And, you forgot all about that dream. At the time you thought, oh, that's a weird dream because I don't knit. And then like just happenstance, someone says to you, oh, come over to my house, let's do something, and they start to teach you how to knit, and you're like, oh, you remember that dream I had years ago about it was me knitting? Oh, wow, okay. So it's obviously for a lot of you it's not knitting, of course, but it's something that you've forgotten about it. Like you've honestly forgotten about it, but it will resurface. It's time to pursue that. So it's kind of something that I feel like it's something that you envisioned yourself doing or being in the future, and you put that to the side, and you always thought, oh, I've got time to worry about that, but now is the time. Okay, Cancer. Like for some of you, it's something you kept putting off as well. Cancer. Finding alignment for Cancer. Definitely had a lot of hopes. We have the stars coming through there, which is the card of dreams. It is the card of wishes, things that, that forgotten dream, that's something that you used to wish for, something that you wished you had or were able to do or, knew about. It's like a goal that you once set for yourself that you completely forgot about. It's like, it's like when I was a kid, I used to tell myself, when I grow up, I want this. And you forgot all about it. And then something happens in the next couple of days where it resurfaces in you. And you're like, oh, I forgot all about wanting that. And for some of you, I am picking up that there's at least one of you where this is like, it's like a childhood toy. Yeah. And you're like, as a child, you really wanted this toy and you never got it. And then like you're just like scrolling Facebook Marketplace or something and you like see someone's giving this away for free and you're like, nostalgia, I got to get it. Just, because I do feel like too, especially with this, it's like we have the whip coming through next, followed by the anchor. So it's kind of like this got forgotten because you then, like it got lost in amongst all the other stuff kind of thing, that it was something that was potentially good, something that was potentially positive and something that you wished for and dreamed for, but you got so caught up in the conflict and the negativity and the fight for survival. For some of you here, you got so just caught up in life and the tension and drama that comes along with life. Your wish for that may have caused an argument with somebody at the time too. Like I said with the childhood toy, it's like, Mum, I really want this toy, and it started a fight between you and your mum because she was like, I can't afford to buy you that. that was coming through a little bit too clearly there. And so you kind of just got stuck in life and stuck in the tension and stuck in the drama of life and, you know, stuck in the conflict and you know, because we do have the anchor coming through there as well. So, you know, you kind of got stuck in life, really. And I feel like for some of you, this is like something that you wished for right before a period of time where you had, you know, a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, a lot of tension and trouble, you know, like a lot of fighting and arguments and just that fight for survival. And you kind of just got so stuck in that. I am getting for some of you here too, because, you know, the whip can talk about being in conflict with ourselves. And it can sometimes talk about punishment that we put on ourselves as well, which occasionally does talk about things like, because I'm picking up for some of you here, it's a self-abuse behavior or something that you got stuck in. So it could have been like addictive things or something along those lines, or bad lifestyle choices, or a bad relationship for some of you there. And you just got stuck in that and so focused on surviving and trying to just get through that you forgot all about this thing that you actually dreamed of and wished for. But it's coming back around, and it's time to pursue that. That will actually really help you find yourself and come back into alignment with your truth and you know, your soul, Cancer. So you know, pursue it. It's time to pursue that when you do come across that again. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, finding alignment for our Leos. How can we help Leo find alignment with themselves? A hidden talent will soon be discovered. Nurture it. A lot of you, Leo, I feel like we've had a similar message for you in sometime in the past month. A hidden talent or skill, something that you didn't know that you were actually really good at. Just trying to see if I'm picking up anything here. But for some of you, there is some learning of this skill that is necessary as well. It's not just pick it up and do it. It's something about, you know, have to learn the steps, or someone wants to show you do this and do that, and then you kind of like once you learn how to do it, you surprise yourself at how good you are at it, or how easy you find it. So it's kind of, I'm getting this thing where it's like someone teaching you how to do something, and they're like, this is really hard. It's going to, you know, take a lot of practice before you get the hang of it, Leo. And you're kind of like, okay, well, these are the steps I have to follow. This is how I have to do it. And then, okay, so I've learned how to do it. Oh, that's actually really easy. And the other person's like, how is that easy? That's really difficult. And you're like, no, that's easy. It's easy for you. I feel like it might not be easy for other people for this same thing. They, you know, it's kind of this thing. It's something where, you know, people have to learn how to do this for maybe even years, but you just pick it up. Like you learn how to do it, and then you're just like bang bang bang. You're all of a sudden you're the professional at it, kind of thing. But there is learning involved here. It's not just pick it up and do it. It's pick it up and learn how to do it, and then that's when the amazingness of Leo comes out to play. Hidden talent will soon be discovered. Nurture it. I am also picking up for someone here a pregnancy as well. That's the hidden talent that's going to be discovered, is that there is a pregnancy that you need to nurture. Interesting. I don't know whether it's even yours. You may have a hidden talent for nurturing pregnancies. in some kind of way, some capacity there. I'm not sure what that's all about, Leo, but that's what came through. Finding alignment for our Leos. Finding alignment for Leo. Oh, okay. And it comes off the back of something else too. We have the birds followed by the scythe coming through here. So the scythe shows us that there has been something recently that has come to an end in your life, Leo. Something that you've broken free from, something that you've cut out of your life. All right. There is advice. There's like with the birds there, the birds is like talking about it. So, having conversations about how I cut this out of my life and telling people I cut this out of my life or I broke free from this. The perfect example is actually my Leo. One of my besties is a Leo, and she has recently quit smoking. Okay, so that would be, in her scenario, that would be, her talking about, I recently quit smoking and telling people I quit smoking, which is, in that sort of example, it's good for accountability anyway, right? But, the more that so I'm just going to use that as an example because it's like, if this is the example and her talking about, I managed to quit smoking, she then becomes a reliable source of how to quit smoking for somebody else. All right. So she's stable and secure, and you can rely on her to tell people how to break free from cigarettes. That maybe is her hidden talent that she needs to nurture, is, being an advisor on how to quit smoking or how to, prompt people to quit things that, they've been addicted to. Maybe she should be an addiction counselor, those sorts of things, because, we do see quite often these birds can talk about like therapists as well. So, and I'm also getting the hypnotist is coming through there as well today, which is interesting. But, it's something I was like, I'm just kind of getting the Anki coming through here is like something that was holding me back from being my true self. But, I cut it out and things just started changing in my life for the better. And now I'm in a much more stable place. So whatever you're broken free from, or you have, cut out of your life here, there's something that ending kind of brings around this sudden change, this sudden hidden talent that you had or have, that you are about to discover, that then leads to future stability for you and becoming, knowing that you can rely on yourself for being able to, I feel like for a lot of you, the hidden talent, the hidden skill may actually have a lot to do with, reliability, dependability, things that you can depend on. I'm also getting things like growing your own food and things like that, because then you can depend on being able to take care of yourself and things like that. But the phrase depend on taking care of yourself seems to be relevant here in some kind of a way in regards to this hidden skill of yours. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Virgos. All right, Virgo, finding alignment for our Virgos. How can we help our Virgos find alignment within themselves? Virgo. That is so weird. You heard me shuffling, right? I know that you did, because this deck is super loud. It was funny because right before I moved on from Leo, I split the deck and I glanced at the card that came through when I split, and then I completely shuffled twice. drew your card, Virgo, which was the card that came out when I split the deck. So this is definitely coming out twice for you, basically, this same card. A serendipitous event will bring you joy and success. All right, so, and you see, she's playing with cards here, but, you know, to the untrained eye, that could look like money as well. I'm kind of seeing it as money a little bit here too. And for some reason, that feels significant. See this girl's face, and she's got like the red birthmark over her eye. For some reason, that feels significant here. That may be part of this serendipitous event, this event that it's like the right place at the right time. All right, and maybe the right person. So, you know, keep an eye out for somebody with a visible facial birthmark, like a red colored birthmark, because like they may hold the key to your next big success, Virgo. A serendipitous event will bring you joy and success. So rather than finding alignment, I feel like alignment is finding you, Virgo. Let's have a look here. Finding alignment for our Virgos. How can we help Virgo find alignment, please? So it's very likely, even though we're seeing a female figure in that first card, I do have a lot of masculine energy coming through here. We have the masculine followed by the clouds. All right, so this is someone deep in thought, someone overthinking. This is somebody, you know, really, really thinking things through very, very clearly. Not overthinking to the point, you know, being careful to not overthink things to the point where, you know, it turns into anxiety or confusion from your thoughts, but taking very clear, concise control of your thoughts, because the masculine is in control of their thoughts. They're very logical and rational, all right, and they think clearly, all right. The clouds sometimes do try to sweep us off into, you know, overthinking things and, you know, going down rabbit holes and things like that. But this masculine energy is very, very in control of that, and you know, not allowing our thoughts to run away with us. We're thinking very, very logically here, very intelligent thought patterns right now. All right, so really taking control of your thoughts right now, and definitely making sure that you are thinking things through clearly, and that you're not allowing yourself to overthink them, which that then creates confusion. Yeah. We also see the ship coming through there. So the clearer that you're thinking, the smoother sailing from here on. All right, the better this joy and success, all your ships are coming in, kind of thing, Virgo. That there's movement. There's a lot of movement coming through for you here. That and I feel like for a lot of you, this serendipitous event, it's like you thinking very logically and clearly through the events going on around you right now, will allow you to see the potential adventure, the potential movement, the potential travel that you can take advantage of here. Because for some of you, the joy and success comes from travel as well. There is some sort of travel connection. For some of you, it's actually not travel, but it's got to do with shipping. I'm getting it's and when I'm saying shipping, I'm not just talking about, you know, big giant ships. I'm talking about from the smallest kayak through. All right, so there may be some relevant connection to boating or shipping of some kind, and that's actually where joy and success lay for you here. And for some of you, it's like something's going to happen around your life where, you know, like it's kind of like I'm getting something about it, like it's saying boat ride, but it's smaller than that. It's like a smaller boat. It's like Oh my gosh, because look at that. He's a gondola driver, right? What is that about? That it's like that's part of the event that shows you that, you know, there's something about that's something that's the signifier that everything is falling into place, Virgo. You get offered a free gondola trip or a boat, you win a boat ride, or you win a boat, or even like a child brings you a ship as a toy, you know, like a child hands you a little toy boat in a shop, or just something random completely. But it shows you that everything is falling into place at the right time, and, you know, joy and success are not far behind. So it's just kind of wanting to let you know, Virgo, that alignment is finding you, and it's just going to kind of fall into your lap a little bit here. Interesting. So, but it's some boat connection there. All right, well, you know, let me know once you know. Keep me updated on that, and let me know how that played out for you individually. You know, obviously collective messages, sometimes they do play out differently for each and every one of you. But definitely check your other placements if you like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Libra. Libra, finding alignment for our Libra. How can we help Libra find alignment? The magic within you is growing stronger. Use it wisely. Herbs. Something about herbs coming through here. Something about intentions as well. You know, because I'm getting kitchen witch coming through, the phrase kitchen witch. And it's like your intentions, you know, and it's asking me to tell you the whole coffee thing, right? Or tea, whatever you sort of drink in the kitchen. That is a concoction. That is kitchen witch behavior. All right. No, like, depending on your intentions. So as you're stirring your coffee, as you're, you know, I don't know how you guys like your coffee. Personally, I'm strong with a dash of milk. I'm good. But, you know, if you're stirring your sugar in or stirring your coffee, your intentions, you know, especially too, I find to consider whether, you know, stirring clockwise moves things forwards. Stirring anti-clockwise moves things backwards. All right? As you're stirring, am I moving forwards or am I moving backwards? What am I feeling and thinking about? Am I thinking, oh, I can't wait to have this morning coffee. It's going to invigorate me and get me started for the day. That's a spell, guys. That's a spell. You know, here's me sitting here saying, I always say, I don't do spell work. I'm not a witch. But we all are a witch in certain ways here and there. You know, witchcraft and the craft, spellcraft, is interwoven with so many different parts of our life. It's just, you know, being consciously aware of these things can make a bit of a difference here. And Libra, this is what's coming through for you. The magic within you is growing stronger, so make sure that your intentions are set in the right places. All right, because you don't want to be stirring that coffee anti-clockwise, going, oh, this coffee's going to taste like sludge because everything's shit. Because do you know what? You're going to drink that. You just made that, telling it that, and then you're going to drink that and affirm that's what you want. Oh, I made this potion that everything's going to be shit, and throw it back. It's kind of asking you to just think about your conscious intentions that you're setting with every little thing that you're doing at the moment, because, you know, there's this manifestation energy around you right now. The magic within you is growing stronger. Use it wisely. Don't make promises that you have no intention of keeping. Don't wish on things that you don't truly wish for. All right? Make sure if you say the words, I wish, that you're following it up with something amazing. Something that you do actually wish for. Because, you know, we quite often see, you know, it's a very common thing to hear people say, oh, I don't even want to say it. IW4, oh, that person to just go away. What are you telling the universe by saying that out loud? Especially when your magic is acting up. The universe has got jokes. The universe likes to act up sometimes and take us too literally. They don't understand sarcasm or, you know, throw away comments. The universe does not understand that. So be careful what you wish for at the moment as well. All right? Make sure you don't say those words. I wish for happiness. I wish for love. I wish for, you know, amazing things to happen. I wish for, you know, the best health for all my family and loved ones and myself. Consciously thinking about the way that we are using our magic. It does feel like verbal magic here as well, but like the words that we're saying feels important. Libra, finding alignment for our Libra, please. And also it helps you, you know, remove the negative talk from your system as well. It's wanting to talk more about this and the examples of telling us what you've been saying to yourself. We see the anchor coming through first. You're saying, I'm stuck, I'm held back, instead of saying, oh, I'm being held safe and secure in place. You're saying, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. But change that to, I'm being held in place right now, safely, and I can rely on being secure in this place right now. I'm not stuck. I'm just being held securely and safely, and you know, I can rely on being in this space right now. See the slight word change there on yourself? We have the lily. So I'm not stuck. I've got forever. I'm not stuck. You know, that's a place I know I can now go back to whenever I need. It's a reliable, dependable part of me where I can feel like that, and I know that, you know, I can get through that, so I can get through anything that comes in the future. The lily talks about long-term energy here and thinking about the future. For you here, it does talk about, you know, thinking about the future in the sense of being kinder to yourself. And once again, it's getting that the way that we're talking to ourselves kind of thing. And you know, especially when it comes to saying, I'm stuck with health issues. I'm stuck with this health issue. No, I can rely on certain things within my health being a certain way. That does not mean I'm stuck. All right? I can make long-term changes. I can end the way I'm talking to myself. We see the coffin here. You know, and with those two there, and the anchor there, there's definitely someone in the collective here who has been saying the phrase, I'm stuck on, you know, that person's passing. I can't get past that. I'm stuck on that ending. All right? I'm stuck on something that ended. And for some of you, that was a long time ago too, because the coffin is an ending. It's something that we need to close the lid on. if we want to, because in order to have the rebirth from the death, we need to close the lid so that that can be reborn into brand new energy. It can transition and transform into new energy in our life. All right. Once again, it's magic with the way that you're processing things and talking to yourself. I feel like for a lot of you, this is specifically to do with the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you talk about things. All right. You need to reword yourself. You need to stop focusing on things that are over and done with and ended and gone and dead and buried. Start focusing on, oh, wow, well, now that's gone out of my life, I can only imagine how much new, I can put all that energy to new places. A death isn't an ending. It's a rebirth. It's a new beginning as well. All right. It's a cycle. Life is a cycle. All right. It's birth. It's maturity. It's death. It's rebirth. It's, birth into the world. It's maturity. It's death. There's a cycle there. It's not an ending. And energy is the same. It's never gone and completely never coming back. It can be put and channeled into other things, more positive things. All right. So it's time to start putting that energy into more positive ways of speaking for yourself there, Libra. All right. So that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel and we will move on over to Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. How can we help Scorpio find alignment? How can we help Scorpio find alignment? Your intuition is your greatest guide. Trust your inner voice, Scorpio. Okay, so I feel like Scorpio, why are we ignoring our intuition? Oh, it's not that you're ignoring it. It's that you just, your intuition's telling you things and you're doubting. You just don't believe that it will actually be real, kind of thing. That you're kind of saying things to yourself like, oh, don't get your hopes up and things like that. But you still, what you know. Yeah. You need to start trusting it a little bit more. Trusting yourself and trusting your intuition. Scorpio, finding alignment for our Scorpios. It's been a time, hasn't it, Scorpio? Because you look at this, you're just so focused on being independent and strong. We see the fox there, that you're deceiving yourself. All right, see the feminine here. Regardless of your gender, that's you. All right, needing to get into your feminine and embrace that intuition. All right, the intuition comes from the more feminine side of oneself. Regardless of what anyone else. I feel like I'm like, oh, regardless of what anyone else says, men can be intuitive and embrace that side of themselves as well. We all have masculine and feminine within us, and that's part of our alignment process. Yeah, that fox that you're currently in is a very masculine energy. All right, so but that's actually deceiving you from trusting your feminine side a little bit more, your emotions, and nurturing yourself and nurturing that intuition of yours. It's kind of this illusionary thing where, every time your feminine voice speaks up and in the back of your self there, and it speaks up and says, oh, this is things are going to look like. This fox keeps piping up and going, no, that's an illusion. So, but the illusion is what the fox is saying. To be honest here, it's like, you're creating these illusions. It's like reversed rose-tinted glasses. All right, you're seeing, your intuition is seeing things and trying to say, Scorpio, pay attention to that. Scorpio, this is that, and that little voice of reason in the back of your head, the reality is coming through and saying, no, it's not smart to think that that's going to happen. That's not logical. That's not realistic. That must be an illusion. All right, so the fox does what it needs to do to survive. It's very, independent and, intelligent, but it can be a little bit overly focused on itself, and rather than the bigger picture and the more feminine side of things as well. So that little voice is very demanding. That fox voice is very demanding, and it can sort of play mind games with yourself. Here is kind of what's going on, that you've kind of got this little conflict going on in your own self at the moment with one part of you fighting against the other. So you need to start trusting the more feminine side of things at the moment, the intuitive stuff, the emotions as well. Those emotions are there for a reason. They're trying to tell you things. They're not deceiving you. They may feel like it's a deception. It's like, but it's not deceiving you. All right. So it's kind of just like, thinking too much about reality and that'll never happen and things like that. It's kind of playing mind games with yourself, because you need to sometimes believe the impossible is possible. You need to sometimes believe in the things that don't seem like maybe not real. There's a fine line between delusion and greatness. Illusion and greatness and genius. There's a fine line sometimes, and you're kind of saying, oh no, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's a delusion. But maybe it's actually greatness. Maybe it's actually this genius, because your intuition sees things that your mind cannot, feels things that your mind cannot. So getting a little bit closer to the feminine side of oneself at the moment will really help you find alignment here, Scorpio, and trusting your intuition. It is your greatest guide for a reason. That gut instinct is there for a reason. It's instinct. It's not a learned societal process. It's not a negative self-talk saying, oh, you can't do that. You can't have that. It's not that. And that's what the fox is. All right. So that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. We will move on over to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Finding alignment for Sagittarius. How can we help Sagittarius finding alignment within themselves, please? A hidden truth will soon be revealed. Be open to it. Interesting. The card on the bottom of the deck, which I was drawn to look at for you, ancient wisdom will find you. Listen for the whispers of the past. A hidden truth coming from ancient wisdom. Something that has passed, something from the past is where the truth is coming from. Wisdom from the past, for some of you, maybe you're rehashing something in your mind and thinking something over from the past, and that's where you're gaining some sort of truth here. You're seeing what was hidden, you're now able to see that in a different light or something. Let's have a look. Finding alignment for our Sagittarius. We have communication on the bottom of the deck there as well, Sagittarius. So for some of you, you may actually be receiving, more information about something from the past. That is the key to this, this hidden truth. We do see the garden and the star coming through first. It feels like a meeting with destiny in a way, a meeting with fame. some of you meeting fame, meeting a star, like have you met someone famous in the past? Let me know in the comments, guys. It could be meeting up with friends and family and, a wish or a goal that you have in mind for meeting up with friends and family, or, because maybe you're wanting to question people and ask about things from the past. It could be, maybe it's a social situation from the past and the hidden goals and wishes that you had from a past social situation. Because it's kind of, you're kind of stuck on it. We have the anchor here. It's like you kind of just something's just stuck in your head about something from the past here. And it's because, intuitively that there's more to it than what you think. And that's why you're kind of just stuck on it, and you just, it will help you come into alignment to, find out the full truth. So for a lot of you, I feel like, with the garden quite often comes, compromise, meeting in the middle. So I would sort of suggest, when you're rehashing these, things from the past that are popping up for you here, trying to be a little bit more objective and see things from the other person's point of view, or whatever. Think about what the mutual goals and the mutual wishes for the situations were. It may help you, find a more reliable, stable answer here. There is a truth coming to the surface, though, some sort of wisdom that you're gaining here. I do feel strongly for a lot of you this is to do with something from the past. Some of you maybe that's what you're doing. You're meeting up with somebody and, communicating. I want to know more about that situation. I want to, hear your point of view, or something along those lines. For some of you, it goes back a while too. Because I'm picking up here, like a conversation, meeting up with family and sort of saying, I want to learn about the past. I want to learn about the family past. I want to learn about, what happened with my grandparents, or, things that you maybe were too young to understand that you may now be able to ask questions about. Those sorts of things seem relevant there as well. All right, so that's what we're seeing for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Capricorns. All right, Capricorn. Finding alignment for our Capricorns. Finding alignment for Capricorn, please. Well, okay, that one. Okay. A powerful transformation is underway. Trust the process. You can see the globe there. It's like your whole world is about to change, Capricorn. And it's going to grow into something like unimaginable. Like that you've never even, that's why you need to trust the process, because this is a powerful transformation, something that you maybe could never have envisioned occurring. Maybe you have, but it was kind of one of those things that in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, that's probably never going to happen. Capricorn, finding alignment for Capricorn, please. Oh, Destiny on the bottom of the deck there. Spiritual alignment, with the cross there. Oh, with great power comes great responsibility, Capricorn. Powerful transformation. So your responsibility with that is to trust the process, to trust that these things are changing for a transformation. They're not just changing for no reason. It's certain things happening in your life right now that, you may not understand why these things are happening, but there's a greater scope to it all. Once again, like the world, the you may see just one small part of the world changing, but it has this, you know, the butterfly effect kind of thing, where it may have this greater impact in a much greater way than you can ever imagine. We see the sun coming through first, followed by the birds. All right. So I do feel as though for some of you, you know, the sun sometimes brings things to light. It reveals things. And this is a conversation with the birds, or it's gossip. For some of you, this is gossip or a rumor, and that actually brings something to light. It's kind of like it clicks into place for you. You hear some sort of rumor, you hear some sort of gossip, and it makes things make sense all of a sudden. It clicks something into place within you. It brings something to light. And, you know, this is very happy energy. We see the sun is the card of happiness as well. So, you know, ultimately what's being revealed and what's being brought into the light is happiness for you. But it's kind of, you know, it may be a conversation about opportunities. We have the key here as well. All right. So doors opening up to you. Maybe that's what's being revealed, is that there's these opportunities. Somebody asking you, talking to you. You know, for some of you, this is, you know, making, like, because this can sometimes talk about, you know, it's my therapy card, but it also can be, you know, the owls, the wisdom, greater maturity that is leading you to more mature, more wise opportunities being revealed to you here, that you're, you know, I feel like this is something connection to being able to make better decisions for yourself, and things like that are coming into play here as well. Your whole world is going to be lit up, Capricorn. The key opens doors to success one way or another. All right. It's not really being super clear about what exactly is transforming here. It's something big. For some of you, your responsibilities are transforming, and the need to talk through opportunities, have conversations about things that are coming to light within you yourself, can actually help create more opportunities for you. All right. But trust the process. Open your heart to the process. It's not wanting to be any more specific than that. You may want to check your other placements and see if that helps add a layer of information for you there, Capricorn. You're more than welcome to check those other placements. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, finding alignment for Aquarius, please. How can we help Aquarius finding alignment? Okay, a secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open. Interesting, a secret wish. Do you know what's interesting, Aquarius, is I'm not sure that this is your wish. I feel like this is somebody else's wish for you. So it's telling me your job is to put yourself in alignment, like, you know, find alignment by focusing on what it is that you wish for at the moment, like your goals and your aspirations. Focus on those a little bit more at the moment, and then you will come into alignment with this. All right. But it may be somebody else's wish for you. Like, it's a positive wish. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of this, oh, I wish things would go better for Aquarius. I wish Aquarius would have the job that they wanted. I wish Aquarius was able to, you know, spend more time with me, or something along those lines, you know. Aquarius, finding alignment for Aquarius, please. Okay, so we're seeing Capricorn and Leo coming out strong here as well. But it's something about, like, look at this. We have the mountain coming through first. So, you know, the blockages, the obstacles, but the hard work that you've been putting into to overcoming things in your life here, Aquarius, coming to light how much work you've been putting in. We have the sun there as well. So, you know, and it's kind of like, where do we see the sun when we're, look, the sun is above the mountains. So it's kind of like your hard work is paying off because you're now climbing over those mountains, over those obstacles. You've put in the hard work to get through these things and to do the hard climb. And now you're getting to the top of the mountain where you can see the sun and you can clearly see exactly where you're going next. All right. So it's kind of like your hard work is paying off. We do see the fox coming through here as well. So for quite a lot of you, there may be a very strong focus here on, you know, job, work, career kind of stuff. So I would definitely try to stay focused on positive and happy moments and happiness at your work paying off and things like that. So, you know, for some of you, it's quite literally my hard work is finally paying off at work. So, you know, really make sure that we're not hiding our happiness from those things, that and just staying very focused on ourselves and what we desire and what we want to achieve here. Because, you know, you sometimes when we have been in those mountains, it can be so hard to, you know, see what's going on around you because you're so focused on what you're doing here, the hard work, the climb, that sometimes you forget to, you know, where was I going with that? My goodness, having a mind blank, Aquarius. Obviously, it was not the right train of thought there. You know, sometimes the universe likes to come in and be like, nope, I'm taking that away because you're not going to say the right thing here. You know, because normally when I'm on the right track, it just goes blah, 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 blah. So maybe there's a need to be just very self-focused right now and very, you know, smart about the way that you're playing the game of life, I suppose, and the way that you're experiencing happiness, because you're needing to focus on your wishes. There's definitely coming through this focusing on wishes and goals, and, you know, focusing on the things that make you happy. We're not, with the fox here, we're not worried about anyone else's hard work that they've put in. We're not worried about, you know, how many blockages other people have experienced or are telling you that you will experience. We're playing the game of life to win here and to, you know, be the brightest star in the sky. So, you know, keep your heart open, but also kind of a little bit selfish energy there as well, where you need to make sure you're keeping your heart open to what's best for you. All right. And not worrying so much about anyone else in the situation, because it's kind of like your time to shine, Aquarius. It's not there for the sun's not there for anyone else. It's there for you. All right. So that's what we're seeing for you today. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move over to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. How can we help Pisces find alignment within themselves? Finding alignment for our Pisces. As I said in the beginning, it feels important to reread that for you. The topic I'm going from here, the prompt is, am I acting in alignment with what I want? All right, so we're finding the alignment that is, you know, with what you want, and how to move towards what you want and stay in line with that. Pisces. A guardian spirit watches over you. Feel their presence. Some of you are on the cusp, because that actually did come out for Aries as well. And this is the interesting thing. On the bottom of the deck here, a forgotten promise will be fulfilled. Be patient. This is a promise from that guardian spirit. All right. So like I mentioned for Aries, for some of you, this guardian spirit is somebody that you actually knew in life. And it's like they made a promise to you. And I feel like for some of you, this is like, because it's telling me like Sleeping Beauty. Is it Sleeping Beauty? Whatever one Maleficent is based upon. You know, where the three fairies come along, and then, you know, in the movie you get Maleficent comes along and goes, oh, I wasn't invited, here's my one. But the fairies come along and they make wishes for the baby's future. You know, they're like, well, we'll protect this child in the future kind of thing. It must be Sleeping Beauty, right? Because they turn into the three ladies that end up raising. Is that? Surely it's Sleeping Beauty. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's like someone made a promise to you when you were a baby, even. You know, like, so for some of you, this is like a godparent. You know how that's a thing? A godparent. It's weird. Like, one of my godparents has actually passed over. So for the example of using myself as an example here, that my uncle, who is my godfather, he's passed. So he could definitely be one of my guardian spirits. You know, if he had made a promise to me as a baby, like, I will protect you for your whole life. I will see you grow up and become everything you're supposed to be, or whatever, you know. He may still watch over me to make, you know, to keep that promise to me. I'm picking up on that. That's kind of what I'm picking up on, is someone's watching over you because they are trying to fulfill a promise they made to you. All right. Be patient, though. There's patience is necessary, but it's about feeling their presence as well. That you know, being aware of this energy around you that is protecting you. It's a protective kind of bubble around you at the moment, Pisces, and it's kind of even feeling like you may even feel like, you know how you get that feeling sometimes, like some people even feel like a touch on the shoulder or whatever, but you know, the one I quite often get is you just feel a presence behind you. You know how sometimes you can feel when someone's there, but then you turn and you're like, oh, hi, and you like, you felt them there before you saw them there. And then sometimes you get this feeling like there's someone behind you, like kind of like they're wrapping you up in a big hug, but then you like, there's no one there. You know, you look behind you and there's no one actually there. That's very common when it comes to guardian spirit energy, is to, you know, feel the hand on the shoulder, or to feel that presence behind you, kind of that embrace, you know, that to feel like, you know, soft and cuddly and embraced, you know. So definitely pay attention to that when you get those sorts of feelings. Okay, Pisces, finding alignment for our Pisces, please. I'm getting a book of nursery rhymes. What's that about? So maybe it's a fairy tale book, because, you know, I referenced Sleeping Beauty. We're looking at bookshelves here, but there's no real books on there. But we have the book coming through, and straight away it's telling me like a book of nursery rhymes, or a book of childhood fairy tales or something. So whoever this person is, maybe you actually have a belonging of theirs, that, or you know, a book that has an inscription from this person in it. So for some of you, that's a very physical book, and it may be like nursery rhymes or a childhood story. Like, it's a child. The book itself seems to be aimed at a child, like a nurturing, you know, like a sweetness, like a nursery rhymes or a fairy tale or something like this. There's this protective energy that wants you to, like, be the princess or be the prince, you know, and of your own story, and have everything that you wish for. We see the star there as well, which is you know, that is the card of goals and dreams and aspirations, wishes, right? But I've never really considered it like this as well, but it can actually reference a forgotten like a promise. A promise is kind of like a wish, a goal. Like I promise that this is going to happen, and that's like a goal to be achieved, a wish. So there's definitely something here about a promise. It will come to light. We have the sun here. It's going to be a lot of happiness there as well. That you're learning more about what you desire, really, more than anything. You're learning more about what you yourself desire and how am I going to get it, kind of thing. And certain things coming to light for you, certain parts of yourself that long for things, that want something, that wishes for something, is coming to light within you. And it makes you happy just to think about moving towards those things and learning more about yourself. It maybe that's all it is for someone here, is you're learning more about yourself, and that fulfills this desire that you've had to, see yourself more clearly, and it makes you happy to have that wish fulfilled. So I do feel that for a lot of you, there's this promise, this wish, this goal that is being fulfilled. All right. It's definitely coming into fruition for you. It may take a little bit of time, but I kind of picking up here, even though, the stars is Aquarius, the book is your card, I believe, Pisces, and the sun is Leo. I do feel like Leo season may be specific there, which that's what end of July, start of August, I believe. Yeah. End of July, start of August. So it may take a little bit of time to fully be realized here. But it's a learning. For a lot of you, it's learning more about what you desire in this world and what truly makes you happy, and knowing that you're protected while you strive to achieve those things. Okay, Pisces. So focusing on those wishes and desires will really help pull you into alignment with yourself a little bit there as well. All right, but that's what we've got for you. Definitely welcome to check your other placements as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.